Welcome to Alonzo Bash Podcast, where art and culture meets activism. For over 50 years, broadcasting icon Mr. Von Martin has amplified Caribbean voices on the radio, creating a cultural movement. From Pacifica Radio WPFW 89.3 FM early pioneers to the CEO of Caribbeana Communications, Inc., nonprofit organization based in Maryland that services individuals interested in Caribbean culture and its diaspora through media, technology, and journalism. Mr. Martin is a living archive of history, culture, and community empowerment. Sit back and relax. Alonzo Bash Podcast starts now.
So you said you had the magazine and you open up the magazine for Bob Marley, and there was a picture of a big spliff in the inside, and he laughed. That's what he...
Right. It was one of our program guides, newspaper. Everybody used to have a publisher Pacifica paper, and this was a small newspaper. And in the middle of it, the center page was a spliff, a drawing of an artist's impression of a spliff. Okay. And Bob laughed like hell, man. He was happy, you know.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was my intro to him, you know. I'd also emceed a show with Peter Tosh at Howard University. And that was nice. Peter was a nice man, nice fellow, you know. He used to dress up in kung fu shoes. Yeah, and carry on, you know. But the guy was just a nice man, you know. And so that show was produced by the All African People's Revolutionary Party, which was led by Stokely Carmichael.
Okay.
That was just another of the icons, you know. People who are memorable, Stokely Carmichael, and that's another. We were friends, good friends.
Wow.
You know, he would come in the studio, he would talk, be interviewed, and he would come home to my house. He loved to eat curry chicken.
That's his thing, curry.
Yeah, so my wife and him would cook, you know, and they would cook up a storm for him, man.
Yeah.
Nobody eat up the curry, you know. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, all this history that you have, and the good thing about it, a lot of this stuff is documented.
Yeah. I'm writing my book. I'm writing my autobiography now.
Okay.
And I have a lot of it in it, you know, narratives, you know. That's not everything I'm going to put in it, you know.
We need to put some juice in there, you know. You need to put a little sauce.
Yeah, man.
So when can we expect this book to be released?
Well, that I don't know. My brother is helping me edit it.
Okay.
We have finished 7 chapters. I wrote 10, but he's eliminating 1. So I have 2 more to finish. And then once I finish that, I'm going to give it to a professional editor.
Yes.
And have them go through it. And after that, we will deal with publishing.
All right.
I'm trying to get a publisher to do it, you know, because my experience with books, I wrote and published myself the book on the steel pan, Voices of Pan Pioneers, is a challenge for you to sell this book yourself. I say I will get a publisher to take this one on, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're currently looking for a publisher. I guess once the book's
Yeah. Once the book is finished, I will look, you know, I want to try a big one like Oprah or one of them, you know. I'll try to talk to them, you know, because I think my story will appreciate my story if I get to talk to her, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you have all the connections, you know. You know the who of who's, you know. I don't even takes long enough.
Yeah. So I will that I will work on, you know. And then there's another book I'm planning to write. I've started that. It's called Word Masters of Island Comedy. Okay. It's a book about comedy, Caribbean comedy.
All right, let's talk about it a little bit. Give me a little insight. How the whole comedy about?
Well, I started doing a comedy festival about 30 years ago.
Okay.
And I would bring up comedians. I started by bringing Paul Keynes Douglas.
Yes.
And John Agitation.
Yes.
So, you know, that Paul used to do a thing called the Talk Tent. And Paul suggested that I bring them up and do a show, you know, and get them a fee, to buy plane tickets and all that stuff, you know. So the whole 9 yards was a production that I had to undergo. And I didn't have anybody to sponsor it. So I had to do it myself, money out my own pocket, you know. But it was worth it because we did it for, like I said, for 25 years.
Wow.
You know, people like Sprung Along, John Agitation. I mean, you know, everybody, all the comedians from the Caribbean, we had them on stream, you know.
Yeah.
And out of it, I produced 3 CDs, Paleface, comedian from Jamaica, all these guys. So that is one of the things. It was a beautiful experience. So I'm going to write this book on that, because it's a wonderful way of life that we had. And to hear these fellas, people like Fabian and all these fellas,
Yes.
tell you the stories, it's amazing,
Yeah, that's Errol Fabian, right?
Yes, Errol Fabian, Errol is still alive.
Yes.
I used to bring Willard Harris, Relator. He
Yes.
was the MC.
Okay.
He was the singing MC, because for him to introduce the artist, he would sing and not talk.
But champion too?
Huh?
Isn't he like an extempo?
Yeah. He's excellent with extempo.
Yes.
Yeah, and we developed a segment of extempo where I brought Gypsy, Pretender, and Relator.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, it was great, man.
Yeah.
The relationship I made with these guys, and my family. I mean, Vanetta, grew up with them. Seeing them, Tommy Joseph, and in fact, just the other day, Tommy called me. He wanted to come up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, this business, I out of it.
So I have a question from a viewer. Miss Lynch is actually my mom. She said, "Did you ever interview Oliver Samuels?"
Yes, I have interviewed him before. I know him, and I have interviewed him before.
Okay.
Yeah. Oliver, a nice man, a nice comedian,
Yeah.
Yeah. But those guys, the guys are different. Jamaican comedians are different to the Trinidadian ones. Jamaica had a duo called Bella and Blacka,
Okay.
and oh man, they were a riot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have CDs that, again, all of this thing is money, man, and with me self-funding and so on, I can't afford to do it,
Yeah, just finding the right organization, man. Like I said, I've been blessed to visit your home. Your home is like a museum, man. You so much,
Yeah.
so much thing that's archived.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like I have stuff. Donna Haddad. She was on the thing. Rachel Price,
Yes.
Nikki Crosby.
Yes.
Nikki gives me the crown of being the best promoter she's ever worked with.
Really?
Yeah. She said, Uncle Vaughn, she said, is the best.
You must pay all the money up front or something, man.
Shipping nightmares? Not anymore. Let me spill the tea on stress-free international shipping. Jay's Hasslefree International is the game changer you've been waiting for. Air, ocean, Caribbean, Dominican Republic. They've got it all covered. And those special rates? Absolutely amazing. Full container or just a corner, their prices will make your wallet do a happy dance. No more headaches over complicated shipping. Just call the shipper lady at 443-927-5816 and watch your worries vanish. Trust me, once you try Jay's Hassle-Free International, you'll wonder how you ever lived without them. Wave goodbye to shipping stress and hello to smooth sailing. Serving Pennsylvania, Delaware, and the DMV. Remember that number, 443-927-5816. Your stress-free shipping journey starts now.
Nikki, yeah, man.
So, Mr. Vaughn, man, as you look back at 50, I'm guesstimating here at 50 years, 50 plus, a lot of memories, a lot of, a lot of people have come and gone over the years.
Yes.
What would you say was your most memorable interview or the most memorable person you ever met in all those years?
God, boy, that's a challenge, boy. It's a challenge, I think out of it has to be Stokely Carmichael is one of them.
Yeah.
Maurice Bishop is another. My experience traveling in the taxi with Ozzy and Ruby D.
Yes.
Byron Lee was another fun guy, individual to encounter.
Okay.
He allowed me to witness the creation of Jamaica Carnival.
Yes. Let's talk about it, because I remember when I interviewed Tony Carr, he did mention Byron Lee and how the whole carnival in Jamaica started with the students. That. So can you on your recollection of how the whole carnival movement started in Jamaica?
Well, the University of the West Indies used to have their own carnivals. Whenever Trinidad Carnival would do, the University of the West Indies will do a carnival.
Okay.
Eventually, through Byron and his promotion and his ability, they expanded the movement and came out with the carnival. They did it in a big style. They got a larger committee of people.
Yes.
And they did it in a bigger way, a bigger fashion. And they invited people to come from different parts of the Caribbean, to come in and to participate and so forth.
So let me ask this question. So you knew Byron Lee, obviously. You have interviewed him. You had a relationship.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, what it is called? Byron Lee is Jamaican. He's like Chinese Jamaican, I believe he was. He was Chinese.
Yeah, Chinese. Byron is a Jamaican, Chinese Jamaican.
What was it about soca music that he loved so much? Calypso, soca, what have you? What was
in those days you had bands like you had Byron Lee and you had Carlos Malcolm.
Yeah.
Carlos Malcolm was a big band song,
Okay.
Because if you understand the history of Caribbean music, Trinidadian and Jamaican. Trinidadian music, you had the big bands. You had Fitzbone Bryan. You had Joey Lewis.
Yes.
You had Clarence Curvin. All these were what we call big bands.
Okay.
Jamaica had Byron Lee. Jamaica had Sonny Bradshaw and those fellas. Carlos Malcolm was also in Jamaica. Byron stood because Byron used to travel through the islands.
Okay.
So he made his brand popular in those places.
Okay.
So that's how he exported. But the interesting thing about Byron, in doing an interview with Byron, I asked Byron, when he dies, when he moves on, who would he like to take his place?
Yeah.
Byron said, nobody. He said, when I done, it done. Yep. And so said, so done.
Yeah.
I mean, when he died, his band just and that was it.
Wow.
Yep.
And it done.
Yeah. And believe me, I have those things on tape downstairs on some cassettes. Yeah. Byron saying these things,
man. We need a documentary, man. Anybody that's listening out there,
there guys showing tweets and them supposed to be doing something. They came home and they televised me and so on, but I haven't heard anything more about it.
For sure, man. We want to put on Netflix and you see that big and nice and proper. You know what I mean? Proper. You want to? You want to? Yeah, because there's a lot of. Listen, Mr. Vaughn, I'm telling you, man. Some of the names you have called, I've never seen like an interview or like a whole storyline. Some of these names are because I kind of grew up in music and I've known the name. Hearing you tell me about it and breaking it down and actually having documentation of all these people and events and man, it's
a lot. I mean, that's Caribbean music, Yeah. I mean, it's music. It's like this evening I interviewed two women from the Maroons, Americans and the Maroons, and they're having a conference. And the stuff that they are talking about, they're talking about their history, and the history needs to be documented, because they did a lot of stuff. It's just we in the Caribbean, we have done a lot, but it's we need to have it documented and facilitated so that young people see and read and learn. That's my dream, that when I'm gone, that this thing just wouldn't go away. At least there'll be a place where a young man will come in and turn a button and listen to an interview I did with perhaps Growling Tiger. Who the hell is Growling Tiger? But they don't know Growling Tiger was one of the first Calypso kings in the business of Calypso. They would learn of people like Spangalang. Who is Spangalang, All of these things, and my concern is that the governments of the Caribbean, CARICOM of itself, doesn't see the importance and relevance of doing this kind of documentation. People have their own agendas, and that's it. So that's where I'm CCI, and I don't want to leave all of this on Vanetta's shoulder. So that's why we have a young team of people working with us to do things, like Brian and they, so to continue on. Look, I applaud you, man. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Yeah, man. Listen. And I say this all the time. This is not about me, because trust me, I'm extremely busy. And this isn't about me trying to, it's really the fact that, like I said, I've been blessed enough to be around you guys over the years in certain spaces and hear some of these stories, just talking and whatnot. And I would believe that a lot of other people need to see you guys and really hear these stories and understand the work that goes on behind the scenes.
Right.
And I'm new to the business, and I'm seeing you guys. Like I said, I've learned a lot over the years. Now I have a question to ask you, right? A person like yourself who've been in this for so long, do you have to reach out for interviews, or people that's called you random? If you ever, people that still call you, or you have to pursue certain.
No, well, I'm so busy doing interviews, but people do call me and want to talk to me, want to interview me, and so on. Yeah.
Tired of coming home to a mess? Sick of your office looking like a disaster zone? Say hello to M.N.S Pro Clean LLC. We're not just cleaners, we're mess-busting superheroes. From stubborn stains to dusty corners, we tackle it all. Our team swoops in with eco-friendly products and state-of-the-art equipment, leaving your space spotless. Whether it's your cozy apartment or bustling office, we've got you covered. No job too big, no grime too tough. Imagine walking into a sparkling clean space without lifting a finger. That's the M.N.S Pro Clean Magic. Don't waste another minute scrubbing. Call us now, 443-509-9418, and experience the Pro Clean difference. Your future self will thank you. M.N.S Pro Clean, where cleanliness meets excellence.
It has happened, The Smithsonian, the Post, I've done, for example, when Lord Kitchener died, the Washington Post called me and asked me to write a story on it. So I was able to do that. And so my article ended up in the Washington Post, And so for that to happen, it's credence to the work,
Man, you need a museum. You need your own museum. So we in 2024. I know you guys celebrated. I think it was in 2017, I believe it was. You guys celebrated your 40th anniversary, correct?
Right.
So you come up close to your 50th anniversary with Caribbeana.
Right. Well, I don't know. I don't know what is going to happen.
Yeah.
I just leave it alone,
Yeah.
What will happen,
Yeah.
But I hope to have my autobiography finished then, and perhaps another book. So, I'd have two books actually,
Yeah.
The book on Voices of Pioneers, I have to market that more so that it will sell,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the book on Amazon? Any other?
It again.
Yeah, just about to ask you. What about like local bookstores in the DMV area?
Yeah, just Sankofa Bookstore. Yeah.
Yeah, and Sankofa, that's on Georgia Avenue, is it?
Yes, on Georgia Avenue, 2200 block of Georgia Avenue.
Okay, nice. Let's talk politics for a little bit. You ever interviewed any politicians, like on the executive level? Well, I know he's prime ministers, obviously. Maybe I'm talking more side, senators and congressmen and presidents.
Yes, one of my first interviews I did was Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm.
Oh wow!
And I used to interview Congressman Mervyn Dimely. And again, these are tapes, their voices. The interviews. I have the interviews. You're hearing them. Brand sometimes play it on the air.
Okay.
So he became a congressman and so forth. So he was so happy. I used to be talking to him on the phone very regular. Yeah. And well, in prime ministers, I interviewed over 35 prime ministers of the Caribbean, different prime ministers.
Wow.
All different guys. Michael Manley, that was one of my favorite interviews. Michael Manley.
Why is that?
The guy was just nice. Personable guy, and he would answer questions and explain to you, the rationale for why he's answering the question.
Okay.
I interviewed Patrick Manning.
Okay.
A couple others from Trinidad. A lot of them, man. A lot of them. You've been with the OAS. Eugenia Charles, for example.
Okay.
From Dominica.
Yeah.
I used to interview them. I mean, they would speak upstairs and then come downstairs, and I would interview them in the studio downstairs.
Yeah.
Owen Arthur from Barbados. I mean, it's just mindless. the amount of leaders and so on that I've interviewed,
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a nice journey, man, a nice journey,
Well, the journey continues.
Yes, 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 yeah.
So so we're definitely looking forward to the book. What's the name of the book? Your name? Autobiography of
I don't know. I gave it a name, Oh gosh, what's the name I gave it? The name I gave it. Let me see. I'm looking. All right, I'm coming up with it. It's damn. I didn't find it. But it's a journey, it's a journey of my life,
Yes.
I said it's as a result of a desire to document the legacy of work done throughout my lifetime and my embrace of challenge times and encounters with valuable individuals on the way. So this, it's a journey. God, I had a name for it,
Well, you can keep it a secret and release it.
Living the dream. That's it. Yeah, but my brother might make me change it.
All right. So that's one of the names so far. Living the
dream. Yeah, living the dream.
You definitely live the dream, man. I mean, it's something that not many people can say something since a childhood they live their whole life.
Right.
Doing.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's living the dream,
Yeah. The last 50 years, is there anything you would change?
No, man. No, I ain't think so, man. I don't think so. I don't think. And the beauty about it is that my family, I couldn't do it without my family, my wife and my children, my son and my daughter, they allowed me the time to do it, Like my wife got an award from the Jamaican Nationals Association. And that award was her giving her husband to the community.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what.
A lot of sacrifices over the years.
Yeah, that's what they honored her for that. But it's a worthwhile journey. I mean, the importance of seeing people, doing what they do or what they should do is important. Is incredibly important.
Yeah.
Hey, DMV, is your car giving you trouble? Look no further than MB Auto Repair LLC. They are not just fixing cars, they are reviving dreams on wheels. From mysterious engine noises to stubborn transmissions, their expert, certified, and experienced mechanics tackle it all. From oil changes and maintenance, brake service, tire service, etc., affordable pricing with transparent quotes. That's the MB Auto difference. They are fast, reliable, and honest. Don't let car troubles stall your life. Swing by MB Auto Repair LLC. Your vehicle deserves the best, and so do you. MB Auto Repair LLC, your car's new best friend in the DMV. Call today 410-444-0500.
Yeah, man.
I also heard through the grapevine you're a big fan of westerns.
Yeah. Roy Rogers and them guys. Yeah. Well, again, all of that was when I was a kid. We had no radio and we had no TV. And they used to do, besides Orson Welles on radio, they would have Gino Tree and Roy Rogers. That was the thing, man. And I would love to listen, When I go to bed in the night, I would listen to the radio and these things I'm listening to, So radio was an inert essence in my blood. And so, I mean, that's how it is. That's how it was, I mean, and so today I just love my westerns, I love my Clint Eastwoods and all those guys.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Nice, man. So, of course, people get your show on Saturdays from 6 to 9 p.m.
Right.
9.3 FM.
Yes.
And anything else you want to let folks know before you wrap it up?
Well, no, I just want to thank them for supporting people like yourself, because with the new technology that they have today, it's important that support goes out, we need to support each other. And so supporting you is incredibly important. That will help sustain the transference of our cultural reality on the population, I think it's necessary that we teach people who we are, and we could do this through what you're doing, why we are here, what we are doing here, and so forth, with all the challenges that we are facing with Trump and all these kinds of stuff, we have to counteract it with good things, with good positive energies, of which Kamala is trying to put out. But more so, they're actually good things that we are doing of ourselves.
Yes.
So again, it's important that we continue the process, So again, I want to thank you very much, man.
Yes, sir. Well, I just want to take this opportunity to thank you for years of service to the Caribbean culture, Caribbean arts and culture, for all the knowledge you have shared over the years. I mean, you well known all over the Caribbean, and I just want to say I'm blessed and thankful to say I actually know you personally, and also publicly. I want to thank you back in back in 2017 on the 40th anniversary of Caribbeana. You guys also awarded me with an award for New Media Award, which I greatly appreciate. It was quite a surprise.
Right.
Is once again
encourage people, support people,
Yes.
Yeah.
So that I definitely want to thank you. And once again, thank you so much for taking time out here. I know you want to, take away from your Westerns, taking time out.
All right, man. You take care. Thank you, Alonzo. All right. Be well.
All right, man. Yeah, folks, that was Mr. Vaughn Martin, legend in the DMV, over 50 years in media and broadcasting here in the DMV area. Definitely want to thank many folks for tuning in. Also tonight, man, this show is actually a 2-part show. So the first part got cut off, technical glitches, whatnot. That's the second part of the show, but I made sure to edit it to show part 1, part 2. Good night to Mark. What's up, Mark? Mark, my good brethren from way back primary school days. Mom, Patricia Lynch, Ruben Vibes. What's up, boss? Long time I see you, man. Denise Stanley, how are you? Long time. Thanks for supporting the show. Also, guys, make sure and hit the like button. Very important, hit the like button, hit share button as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. So with that, I bid you guys good night and see you guys on Wednesday. All right? Peace.
And that's a wrap on another episode of Alonzo Bash Podcast. If you're loving the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Your reviews mean the world to us, so take a moment to leave one if you can. It really helps us grow and reach more awesome listeners like you. Speaking of awesome, share this podcast with your friends and family. Now here's a little treat for you. Use the code BASH for 10% off your next purchase from any of our amazing sponsors. You can find their details in our episode descriptions. Until next time, as Alonzo would say, stay focused on your goals and dreams. See you on the next episode.
Does it tell you that your heart is a fire? Oh yeah. And does it tell you that your pain is a liar? Oh yeah. Does it wash away all your unlovely? Well, are you ready for a brand new discovery? Calypso, Calypso, Calypso music. Yeah, yeah. Calypso. That I am the seed of the ground. It is a living vibration, rooted deep within my Caribbean belly. Lyrics to make a politician cringe, or turn a woman's body into jelly. Shake it, mama, shake it, mama. It is a sweet soca music, calypso. They could have never refuse it, calypso. It make you shake like a shango now, calypso. Why it is you shaking, you don't know, that's calypso. Calypso, calypso, calypso music, yeah, yeah. Calypso, 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 music, singing woya ya woya ya woya calypso, singing woya ya woya ya woya calypso. I say that I am the seed of Attila now. I'm like a honey, I've got to sing woya ya woya ya woya calypso. Oh, yeah. I can still hear lion roar through Greenwich Village while executor kills them dead at the ribbon. Lord Invader conquers Berlin, but their hearts this time. And Lord Kitchener making old London feel so new. Beginner and terror too. Fitzroy Coleman fingers dancing on the fret. Dancing on the fret. And when you think that he through, he has got nothing yet. There's not nothing yet. Iggy Hall, graced by the presence of Sparrow. And when Slinger done with the tail, hear them shouting, don't go, Sparrow, don't go. Why? Calypso, calypso, calypso music, yeah, yeah. Calypso, 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 music, singing woya ya woya ya woya calypso, singing woya ya woya ya woya calypso. I say that I am the seed of this spoiler now. I wanna fall, woya ya woya ya woya calypso. I wanna rise, I wanna rise. From the time the first bamboo cut, and we drag it down from up in the St. Anne's Hills. From the day the first shot will leave the band, the red jamming start, and today we jamming still. Creating rhythm that could be deadly like Headley. Only this time, this lyric and the melody was sending their soul to the boundaries. From the bongo drum to the roller guitar. Well, ever since Europe come and she make bassa bassa, we jamming it. Calypso, calypso, calypso music, yeah, yeah. Calypso, 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 music, singing woya ya woya ya woya calypso, singing woya ya woya ya woya calypso, singing woya ya woya ya woya calypso, singing woya ya woya ya woya calypso. Well, we gonna sing it in London, calypso. We gonna sing it in America, yeah, calypso. We gonna sing it in Africa, calypso. We gonna sing it in Europe now, calypso, yes. We gonna sing it in America, yeah, calypso now. We gonna